The following Perry Logan Show is not being brought to you by Guns for Tots, makers of Baby's First Rifle.
Here's a little number me and the band wrote called Bare Arms. Bare arms. A bare arm. Everybody, bare arms. A bare arms. This means you. Come on, everybody. Let's see those arms. Ladies and gentlemen, Perry Logan cannot do his show tonight because he is climbing the highest peaks of the Himalayas. Talk about bad ideas. Hello, is the Perry cam working? Okay. Hi. It's May 2nd, 2013. This is a bad idea. This is Perry Logan, and I am trying to climb to the highest mountain here in the Himalayas. Oh, they told me it was the highest mountain. They were laughing when they said this is the highest mountain, but I'm climbing it all the same. I need a mountaintop. I, Perry Logan, have such an important piece of information, so vital and essential to the gun debate that roars in America today, that I need to shout this message from a mountaintop in hopes of being heard. And that's why I, in a very literal frame of mind, have gone off to climb a very high mountain. And I assure you, Perry Logan is not the guy to send up against a mountain. If I ever reach the top, and if the air isn't too thin, my message will be, Americans, poor Americans, your whole gun debate, your entire belief that people have the right to own weapons is based on a misreading of the phrase to bear arms. From here, I will shout my message across the rooftops of the world, most specifically the poor, deluded, benighted, confused, and may I say linguistically illiterate United States, which has gotten it into its little head that the Founding Fathers intended for people to own weapons. But this is not true, based on linguistics. I can see people going to sleep. I said linguistics, and people went to sleep. How to wake them up? or scare them out of the auditorium, as the case may be. How to wake up the people of the United States that they're living a kind of a weird nightmare. It's almost like a joke. Check it out. One of the extra bizarre things about this message I'm trying to convey, this message I need to shout from the rooftops and from the mountaintop, is that the whole gun debate, the whole situation with guns, in the USA, is based on a critical misunderstanding of a phrase. And do we know what that phrase is? To bear arms! Yes, thank you, little kitty. Why, yes, the phrase, to bear arms. This is just a simple datum, okay? When you calm down, the phrase, to bear arms. You'll recognize that phrase as coming from the infamous Second Amendment of the Constitution, which people in this country, we go nuts over the whole subject. I'm here with a datum so important. You must not move. I know a thing or two about language. I really did study language. And I do know this, and apparently nobody else does. I'm serious. Dead serious. People don't know that the phrase, to bear arms, meant something different in the 18th century. You are aware, aren't you, that languages change?
Yes, Perry.
Who the hell was that? Yes, languages change. And it's been a long time since they said to bear arms. And I'm telling you, the phrase to bear arms, we're not going into this, to bear arms meant to serve in a military, with special reference to militias. Yes, to bear arms did not imply anybody owning anything. And like I say, apparently, I'm like virtually, I seem to be the only one who knows this in the circles where I travel. I keep saying, I don't care which side of the gun debate you're on, this is linguistics, okay? You can verify, hey, look it up in the OED, hello? Yeah. Now that you've come down off of jugs, you can look it up in the OED, is that to bear arms was like a standard legal term, often used in constitutions. Get the picture? This is a simple little linguistic fact. It's just historical, linguistical, tragical, comical, pastoral a fact that to bear arms did not mean to own anything. It meant to serve in the military. Now, do you see what this means? Just this little thing. I don't think anyone else knew this. So what it means is that the entire concept of individual ownership of weapons has been made up mostly by people who are a little weird about guns. Or gun manufacturers, okay? Or their representatives. Yeah. Now, it was not the opinion of the courts throughout most of our history that there was this individual right. Now, I know the gun guys say that's the whole purpose of the Second Amendment, but you see, not if to bear arms means to join the military. Because then, I guess if we updated the Second Amendment, it would be a well-regulated militia being necessary, yada, yada, yada. The right to join such a militia shall not be infringed. And that, my friends, is the reality of the Second Amendment. You see why I need a mountaintop. You see why I, Perry Logan, need, urgently, may I say urgently need, an audience with the Supreme Court, even though it's a rogue court. This is George Washington. Thank you. Thank you. There's no need to suck up. There's no need to suck up. This is George Washington. You know something? The pro-gun folks keep sending out bogus quotations from the Founding Fathers. I really wish they'd stop that. They keep making up quotes, spurious quotes from the Founding Fathers in which we sound like a bunch of raving gun nuts. To us, to bear arms, as stated in the Second Amendment, meant to join a military, especially a militia. Get the picture? The damn Second Amendment was about militias, you idiots. And when you gun guys go to your reward, we, the Founding Fathers, will be waiting to kick your arse. Fun fact! When the gun guys die, the Founding Fathers will be waiting there to kick their arses. Arses.
And now, Austin's trigger-happy Perry Logan with a message for gun guys.
Gun guys, we don't want your guns, we just want your women. I said, we don't want your guns, we just want your women. We don't want your guns, we just want your women. Bare arms and all. Come on over, gun gals. Come on over, gun gals. There was never a right to bear arms, although you're invited to do so. Hey, just a dirty old man moment. We don't want your guns, we just want your women. Come on. Come to Perry, gun gals. Don't you know those guns? They make your household like 20 times more dangerous for you and the kids. Okay? So don't be crazy. It's not his fault your husband is a gun guy. But you gotta come over to Perry. And there won't be any guns though, okay? There won't be any arms. I'm here with a message for gun guys, gun gals, Democrats, Republicans, anyone who will listen. It's a linguistic datum. That's one of the centerpieces of this show, is that there's actually a very simple error involved in our whole gun culture. Yeah. We have like little pink guns for children in the USA, all because of linguistic illiteracy. Linguistic illiteracy, Perry? Yes, Hap. Linguistic illiteracy. Now go back to your chamber. I've written a little song, Perry. What is it, Hap? It's called Bare Arms. Bare arms. Bare arms. Bare arms. Well, perhaps I'm a bit of a contrarian. Because you see, most people in the USA today think guns are here to stay. Guns are here to stay? Guns are here to stay. Yes, yes. People seriously put forth the proposition. They say, hey man, there's like so many guns out there. There's like an infinite number of guns out there. Americans love guns. Americans have gotta have their guns. Americans lust for guns as some people lust for bare arms. Just trying to make a connection there. Hey man, it's like physically impossible to remove all the guns. Oh, yeah, there is in some people's eyes a little known physical law by which it's going to be impossible for us to get rid of our guns. I say this just to give you an idea of where the gun debate stands in the U.S. I think a lot of the predictions you hear in politics they're just wishful thinking. When a person in politics makes a prediction, they are usually telling you what they want to have happen. I think not only are we going to get rid of the guns, I think it's inevitable. Oh no! Well, I expect skepticism, so maybe I'll just say, yeah, I guess I'm a contrarian. But I think I look at the big picture. And the big picture is something I guess pro-gun folks and just anyone in the U.S. is not quite ready to confront is there's no room for guns in a civilized society. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard what Perry said, and what Perry said blew your mind. There's no room in a civilized society for guns. You either have civil society or you have an armed camp. The same mythical Second Amendment that would allow patriots to overthrow a tyrannical government would also allow any group of people to screw over any other group of people and start civil wars and all that. Let's go back to the Civil War. The Civil War! What a stark and naked act of treason by the South. The Civil War. That was when the South started killing their fellow Americans because they didn't like the way the election came out. They didn't like the way the election turned out, so they started killing their fellow Americans? What traitors! That's what I say, goddammit! Hey, this is Abraham Lincoln, star of a major motion picture. Should've won the Oscar. This is Abraham Lincoln, anything but a tyrant. And yet the South took advantage of their so-called right to have weapons and started killing their fellow Americans because they didn't like the way the damned election turned out. Repeat after me. The South are traitors! The South are traitors! The South are traitors. The South are traitors! 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 Yes, well, today's essay question is, if we'd had gun control in place, could the Civil War have been prevented? Alright. I don't know, put your pencils up your noses and prepare to answer the following essay questions. If we'd had gun control in place in the 19th century, could the Civil War have been prevented? What a dumb question, Tim. What question was that, Jim? Perry was just wondering if we could have avoided the whole damn Civil War if we'd just gotten gun control in place. Well, there's no doubt about it, Tim. That Perry is a contrarian for sure. Perry is a visionary, a man ahead of his time. He's like Christ in many ways. Hi, this is Jesus. No! This is Jesus, this is Jesus, this is Jesus, this is Jesus. No, this is Jesus, this is Jesus, this is Jesus, this is Jesus. I just wanted to confirm that Perry and I have a lot of qualities in common. I'm different from Perry in one way, though. I'm a communist. It's true. The Bible states very clearly that me and the apostles shared all our stuff, if you know what I mean. Jesus and the apostles shared all their stuff, if you know what I mean. That was very tongue-in-cheek, Perry, but I was a communist. We shared all our stuff. That's communism. Just thought I'd mention. Perry's not a communist. Perry's more of a Dennis Kucinich Democrat guy. Yes, I am. For all the tomfoolery on my show, I'm basically a Dennis Kucinich Democrat kind of guy. Yay! Come on. We're going for a walk. And Perry wasn't kidding. We found ourselves walking around the world. We went to Paris. We went to Tokyo. We went to Rome. We saw beautiful bare arms all over the world. But you know, Perry thought, as I wander foot loose through the world, I think to myself, another reason to crack down on guns is that I think the political right are going to do something dumb. Hi. Yes, well, another reason that I have my contrarian extreme view that we must get control of guns like all civilized societies do, like all competent governments do, because, you know, it saddens me to say this. It saddens me to say anything critical about our brethren on the right. But I think they're kind of poised to do something really dumb.
Something really dumb?
Yes, sir. The political right in the U.S. is, among other things, has reached new stages of weirdness and extremity. They think Obama is a socialist. Obama is a socialist, and you know, I'm always complaining about how he's like practically a neocon or worse. Now listen. try this simple test. Find a socialist. They're very nice. Some of them are really cute. Find a socialist. Stop being such a weenie. Hey, righties, before you call Obama a socialist again, find a real... I'm poking you. Yeah, I'm poking you. Find a real socialist. They're cute. They're perfectly nice. Oh, you know, they're okay. And ask him or her if Obama is a socialist and watch their reaction. Take notes, you idiot. Take notes as the real socialist smacks you upside the head for calling Barack Obama a socialist like this. Well, another reason I worry about guns is that the political right, yeah, they're extreme and they are poised to do something stupid. It has long been my fear, a concern of mine, that the political right, sooner or later, were going to do something really stupid. And more specifically, they will probably commit an atrocity against the left. Is this so hard to believe? I'm sorry, the right do little else but threaten the left. They badmouth, lie, and threaten the left. That's all they do. So, you know they want trouble. You know they want to hurt their fellow citizens. They practically brag about their hatred. They are proud of their hatred. So it occurs to me that sooner or later, some of them are going to get together and just screw up, as only the political right in America can do.
Screw up? As only the political right in America can do?
Yes, Sarah. And so what I'm saying is it just seems likely to me that the right and left are going to fight. See? The right and left are going to fight. This is just an intuition and a prediction based on the behavior of righties. Okay, they are going to do something stupid. And the left are going to quickly arm themselves and the fight will be on. That's my story. No, I don't hope this one happens. I'm the guy who wants to get rid of the guns, so it can't happen. Do you realize if we had just gotten rid of the guns in the 19th century, the Civil War would not have happened? Oh, well, I think so. So, even though it takes a kind of visionary like me, it takes a visionary like me to envision getting rid of the guns in America, which most people today, I think, consider impossible. Most people would frankly say, no, Perry, it just ain't gonna happen. But I'm the dreamer here, okay? And I may be the only one. But you see, one of my concerns is that the right are such screw-ups. I couldn't love them half so well if I didn't point out that they're these almighty screw-ups. And they're gonna screw up, and they're gonna pick a fight, just a fight, war, with the left, whom they hate. No matter what we do or say, they just hate us. And so we are gonna quickly arm ourselves, and they'll find out we can shoot just as good as anyone. We can shoot just as good as anyone. This is my vision of the future that I don't like. and it'll be over like that. Oh, come on, man, the right will get creamed. I say, first of all, they have made it absurdly easy to get guns. Thank you for that. Turns out, if we don't get rid of the guns, that'll be the route, you see? That's like the way history will go. We'll take up arms, and I swear we can shoot. We can shoot. And it's like, a small minority of weird white guys versus the rest of the country. Look at it that way. Okay. So I do worry about another civil war. But in my scenario, it would be the right versus the left because the right will pick a fight. And we will whoop them. Just a cheerful rendition of history. And now, baby's first rifle. Perry Logan? Yes, John Roberts, you rogue. Yes, Perry, we know you think we're a rogue Supreme Court. Citizens United. Why, Perry Logan, through the strength of your will, did you force us to have this emergency session of the Supreme Court? Well, were you a real Supreme Court, I would tell you my story. But since you are a rogue Supreme Court, I couldn't love you half so well, etc. I am going to respond to your question with a silly little dance.